Why does most high value men do not want women with children? That is a question I got. It was actually, why does high value men do not want women with children? And I changed it and said most, because I don't think it's all high value men who do not want women with children. Welcome back to Church Girls Want to Get Married Too. My name is Janice. I had did a video a few months back. Please be sure to subscribe, share this out, and thumbs this video up. I had did a video a few months ago, maybe a year ago, with a young lady who was 25, if I remember correctly, 25 years old, has 4 kids with 3 different fathers, and there was a young man at somewhere she met him that she really liked, and she was super interested in him, and he was not interested in her. And she jumped in his inbox and was trying to talk him up and so on and so forth. And he said to her, didn't you just have a baby? Where is the baby's daddy? And she said, well, we're not together. It didn't work out. And he said to her, you don't need a husband, you need a psychologist, or something like that. And she was extremely offended, and she asked me what I thought. And I did a video on it, and some women thought that he was super rude for saying, where's the baby daddy, so on and so forth. I don't think he was rude. Hey, it's gathering data. It's about getting the information. And so I was listening to a video, I forgot who, just in passing. I think I was in the kitchen and YouTube was on, and a young lady called in, and she said, well, I don't think it's fair because I have 3 kids that a high value man doesn't want me. And this is why I yell and scream from the mountaintop, ladies, my single sisters, and I'm writing to y'all. The naked wife, in Christ I am, 23 types of guys you might meet. Of protecting your eggs, protecting your kitty, protecting the pocketbook. Because if you want to get married, and if you want to marry a high value man, honey, you will be judged. They will look at everything. And I am so glad I had this beautiful little baby girl here when I was 16 years old, Lexi. My father and the faith, Bishop Marvin Brasham, were in my shirt praying for our children. This is my first book I wrote, Praying for Our Children. I'm doing a reprint on it, so you'll be able to order it soon. My father in the faith pulled me to the side, and he said, listen, you're beautiful young girl, you're brilliant, you're smart. If you want to get married, and if you want to marry a good man to marry you, somebody that's going to provide and protect you, don't have any more babies. And I listened to him because he was a man and he knew what he was talking about. And can I tell you that there were many men that passed me up because I had a kid? There was one guy that flew from Atlanta. He was an engineer. He came up to visit. He flew up here to New Jersey to see me. Stayed in a hotel, paid for lunch, breakfast, everything. And he flew back home. And honey, by the time he got home, he already had a girlfriend. Oh, I'm going to rekindle with so-and-so where we've been talking. Instead of him just saying, and he eventually came and said, I'm sorry, I just don't want a ready-made family. And I was like, okay, thank you. And there were many men that passed me up, high value men, because I had a kid. But there was one man, Michael Thompson, that married me. And so some believe that if you have a kid, no high value man will marry. And I don't think it's no. I think maybe 99.999% will say no, but then there's that 0.1%. And when I was writing this book, and I asked my husband, I said, Mike, if I had more than one child, would you have married me? He said, oh, that's different. My wonderful husband. My very wonderful, sweet, kind, thoughtful, masculine, provider, protector, who professes his love husband, told me, when I asked him if I had more than one kid, would he have married me? He said, that's something else different. And ladies, I don't think it's that we can't get married. Does high quality man want to marry us? Those men that make two, three, $400,000 a year, do they want to marry us? 99.999% of them do not, because they're not like regular men. Those men are men who think about inheritance, what they're going to leave for their children. Those men have the trust funds and the 401ks and the Roth IRAs and the investments, and they want to make sure that all of their hard work and their nest egg go to their children. And so they don't want to pick us up that have 2, 3, and 5, and 10 kids. And this is why I'm yelling and screaming out to my church sisters. Please, if you have one baby, back home we have a saying, you done made one mistake, don't do it again. Not that the kid was a mistake, but what you did to get pregnant was a mistake. They said don't do it again. They overlook, some men, high value men I'm talking, will overlook one baby. And so a couple of ladies calling, and they were practically crying, saying it is not fair. It is not fair because I have several kids that high value men do not want me. And these are the things, ladies, you think about when you're 19 and 18 and 20 and 21, shacking up with no good men, with bums, popping out 2 and 3 babies, and then it don't work out. And then you get 28 and 30, and you're like, well, I want to be married and provided and protected by a high value man, and they don't want us because we come with too much baggage. You're not Ciara, dear, okay? How many of those stories do you hear? I am one of those stories. My husband's not a multimillionaire, but my husband is a very high value man. Never been married and no kids, because he said he wanted to be established. He wanted to establish himself. He wanted to be able to provide for a family and protect the family. Look at my wonderful husband. This wonderful man right here. White collar. Told me. When I asked him, if I had more than one baby, would you have married me? He said, ah! These are the men that they don't have 5 and 10 kids all over the place. They're very careful with their seed. They're careful with their money. They don't have 5, 10, 15 kids all over the place. My husband, frat brothers, his line brothers, let me just say, because I don't know all the frat brothers. I need to start saying his frat brothers that he's close to, they all got married when in their 40s. When they were older, when they were established. And to my knowledge of the ones I'm thinking about that he's very close to, that I asked how so-and-so, not one of them had babies out of wedlock. Why? Because they are careful with their seed. They think ahead. They think about, well, I don't want to have all these kids out here. And one of the questions I asked my husband, I said, what took you so long to get married? Which is not a very smart question, because, if he was married, he wouldn't have been married to me. He said he never met somebody that he wanted to profess his love for, protect, and provide. He has never met a woman that he wanted to do all that he's doing for me for. And I had one baby, but let me tell you, honey, I worked very hard. My father told me, keep yourself up, don't let yourself go. And I ran track as a young lady, so that kind of helped me, and I was able to get away with a lot of stuff. Now at 40, I'm 42, I'm starting to see, okay, girl, you need to start doing those sit-ups. You need to walk 2 miles and not 1 mile, okay? I kept myself up. I wasn't hoeing around. My father said, don't let Tom, Dick, Harry, the 12 tribe of Judas, and the 12 disciples run in and out of you, because the good men won't want you. I kept my body up. I watched my weight. I don't talk about weight because it's a very sensitive issue. I watched my weight. I couldn't shop at the expensive stores, honey, but I kept myself up. When I went to work, the girls thought, where are you going? Why you all dressed up? Why? Because I just figured one day, and I work in downtown Newark in the business district, businessmen. I love businessmen. One of those wonderfully very high-value businessmen might want to see me and take me out for lunch or dinner or coffee. I wasn't hoeing around. I wasn't in debt. He told me one of the reasons I married you was I paid attention to how you was with your money. You didn't waste your money. And so because you did not waste your money, I knew you wouldn't waste mine. I never knew the man was watching me because I never had to pay. I offered to pay one time for his birthday and he turned red. He said, as long as you're in my presence, you never have to take your wallet out. And over a whole time of dating, even now as a married, I don't never take my wallet out. But he was paying attention to how I was with my money. He paid attention to how I was with my daughter. He said, you're a good mom. One of the reasons I'm married was because how great you were with Lexi. You did not leave her all over the place. Our dates were 2 hours around the corner at Applebee's because I could get 5 minutes from my house. My husband on our dates, we never did dinner and a movie because that would be too long. I needed to get home to my daughter. And all those things he was watching. He said you wasn't trying to shack up and spend the night at my house. He told me, he said, the night I met you was so sexy. Hello, Christian woman, sexy. He said, you were so gracious. I'm going to do another video on this. He said, you said thank you. When I bought you and your girlfriend and my classmate something to drink, you said thank you. When you were leaving, you were so gracious and you were so nice and ladylike. So these are all the things they're looking at. Okay, you have one baby, but you know, somebody might marry high value. Because I see a lot of women get married every day, but I'm talking about high value men. I'm not talking about men you got to put, they need you to go 50-50 to pay the bills. My husband is sole provider. He had a townhouse. I said, I don't like townhouses. I feel like this is an apartment building. People on top of my head, people next door. My kids can't run and play and ride their bikes and jump. And he said, find the house, look for the house, and I'll buy it. He was out of town when I found this house. I called, I said, Mike, I found it. I found it. I found it. He said, do you like it? I said, yes. He said, go on down to the realtor office and sign the contract and I'll take care of it when I come back. I said, but I want you to see it I want you to see it. Make sure you like it. He said, no. Do you like it? I said, I love it. He said, all I need is somewhere to put my head. Go sign the paper. When I come back, I will go to the realtor's office and take care of anything else I need to take care of. My little paycheck, he said, put it in the bank, baby. We're going to save that. He said, I got this. Marry me and never one time ask me how much money you make, what you bring to the table. He already know what I brought to the table. Never one time ask me how much you make. And I asked him when I was writing 23 times to guys, well, how come you never ask me how much money I make? He said, I don't need your money. It's not important to me. I got this. I got all of this. You know, when my husband knew how much I made the following year when we were doing our taxes. That's high quality, high value man. So my single sisters out here don't have no babies out of the bonds of wedding. Let me tell you something else my daddy told me. So a lot of women get mad. But let me tell you what he told me. He said a man sees a divorced mom, a woman that's been divorced with 5 kids is viewed differently and has more value to a man than a woman that had 5 kids with different baby daddies. Don't get mad. Listen to the wisdom. And so I scream and yell, my sisters, stop popping babies out for these bums. Every man you lay down with, you get up with a baby. First of all, Christian girls, close your legs. Take the cookies off the table. Take the cookies off the table. Because when they get up and leave you and your 4 and 5 kids, and then you can get no good husband to marry you, then you're crying. And if you have one baby, girl, don't you have no more. That's the same wisdom my daddy gave me. And I'm trying to tell you. And say, well, what's the difference if you have one baby and two baby? He's not trying to have his nest tag and his inheritance that he wants for his kid have to split up 10 kids with somebody else's kid. That's the truth. Y'all don't want to look at. See, y'all don't. You get mad because you don't understand inheritance. You don't understand when the Bible said leave an inheritance for your children's children. Do you understand? My little boy, my 5-year-old, he's 5. When he got his Social Security card, first thing my husband did, we stopped right in the parking lot of Livingston, called the financial advisor. I got the Social Security number, start the college fund. Here it is. You can't start without the Social Security number. So when my little boy is time to get to college while other people's running around, oh, I need to get a scholarship. Oh my, I got to take out a loan. My little boy, our little boy will be coasting. He'll be like, oh, my mom and my daddy have the money. High quality, high value men think ahead. They think about their inheritance. They think about their nest egg. They are careful with their money. They are careful with their sperm. They're not running all around dropping babies all over. My husband, his best friend, he got married too in his mid-40s. Had a little boy, and then they have a set of twins. And he married his wife and retired her. High quality, high value men. And so, again, it's not that you can't. I'm just saying, keep your body up, drink your water, exercise, lose a few pounds if you have to. It's summer, wear dresses, be feminine, be ladylike, be gracious, say thank you, smile. And read my book, The Naked Wife. See, this here is full of women who marry low value men, low quality men, and now they're struggling. They're naked wives. Choose, learn how to choose. Learn how to vet guys when you meet them. Stop jumping in the bed and popping your legs open for every man that tells you you're pretty, or every man that come and tell you, God told me you're my wife. Based on what? What did you use to vet him? And if you don't know who you are, you keep running from pillar to post, popping your legs out for every man you meet, sleeping around, waiting for some man to love you and tell you who you are. Baby, learn who you are in Christ. Learn your identity in Christ. When you know who you are in Christ, can't nobody tell you nothing. All right, y'all, I have to run. I love you. And of course, my books, Praying for Our Children, is coming soon. I do have a few of these. So if you guys want 1 or 2 of these, I might have 5 copies each that I can sell. But I'm going to be doing a reprint on this for September. And of course, my shirt, Praying for Our Children. But be encouraged. Put in the work. Change your environment. If you're not meeting those men, stop going to the cookout. Stop going to the club. Change your environment. Go where the high value men are hanging out. You like businessmen? Go to those business conferences. I met my husband at a business networking event where I was marketing and talking about my first book, Praying for Our Children. All right, I love you. This video went way longer than I wanted it to go. Please subscribe, share this out, and let me know what you think. I'm not saying you can't get married. I'm just saying, girl, you got to watch it. Be careful. We want high value men, high quality men that's going to provide for us and take care of us. You could sit and relax. You could be free. You don't have to stress about how these bills is going to be paid. Corona, oh, that's okay. Emergency fund, money market accounts. Oh, that's all right. We have savings. You can work on your gifts and your talents. You can sit and write your books and do whatever else you need to do because you don't got to worry. When the baby come, you could take 6 months off or a year because you ain't got to worry. You don't have to be like the girl at the job that had to run back to work for 2 weeks after she had the baby. I said, girl, what you doing here? She said, girl, you know my baby daddy's a bum. He ain't no good. Okay, you don't had a one with him and you went back and had another baby for the bum that you have to go back to work after 2 weeks. And y'all know what's still going on after 2 weeks. For most women, not for me. Okay, mine was like a regular cycle. 6 months I was home when I had my baby. We didn't miss a beat. Not a beat. and I wanted to take a year. Only went back because my health insurance is cheaper. So we're on our insurance. You can only be out for so long, and I also um, I didn't want my space in the lineup to be moved because if you're out too long, they kind of set you back a little bit. That's what I mean with high quality, high value men. All right. I love y'all. Let me know what you think downstairs, down in the comments. Stop having these babies, y'all. I keep telling y'all for these men, these bums. Stop it. I love you. Bye. Bye. Janice Hylton blog for my books or on Amazon. They're all on Amazon. If you want it quick, Amazon is your best bet. If you want a signed copy, on my blog or Cash App me, Cash App dollar tag, Janice Hylton, Hylton. Love you. Bye.